All right, here we go. All right, now we're good. We're good to go. Let's turn down the music. Let's turn down the music. All right, there we go. We're good now. All right, we should be good. All right. Make sure you guys can hear me correctly. So, just trying to make sure everything's good. So, guys, DXY is falling to the floor. We might have to go on Discord until I get this 100% fixed and running. For those of you that are here, can you guys hear me clearly? Are we good? Can you guys see my chart and everything? If not, we'll just go we'll go to Discord and I'll fix this personally. All right, good. Okay, so here's what we're looking at, guys. Boom. Looking to trade GU today. Hopefully we can come back and give me an entry. I'm hoping. Praying. Praying that we can come back and give me an entry. But yeah, so I'll be buying GU here. I'll have a limit order set right there on GU. AJ is another one that I'm looking to sell today. USJPY ran away from me. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that one. Let's get away from that. AU looks pretty good. Let's see. I'm trying to give you guys the main things before we get into the analysis real quick. So yeah, GU for sure, right? I'll be taking a limit order here. So I do have a limit order there actually, but definitely right here, taking us into this 50% of our manipulation up here. So that'll be something we're looking for. AU, looking for longs, of course. Go on a daily time frame, you look to see where we're at. It's a bullish market, right? So we have this low creating this high. We came back into the 50%. This is something that JustFlow was looking at as well. Didn't really get anything on the lower time frame. So I mean, if you're trading this as a swing trader, you probably take a high order on this, but still looking for some on the lower time frame here. Maybe we come back to this today, hopefully. Let's see what happens there. Like I said already, UJ kind of left me today. I was looking for us to at least come into the 50% of this whole manipulation. The only reason I didn't take the whole manipulation was because this is 136. 136. Man. Looking at it from like in hindsight, could have been good, but come on, guys. Yeah. Moving on. AJ, like I said, I'm still waiting on this. We're kind of ranging here. I need us to really just break out of this range. Once we break out of this range, I'll take just my order down here. Anywhere right here, once we break this range, stop loss going above the high, right? So once that happens, we'll do that. CADJ also looked really well. I was really hoping on CADJ that we would have gotten a manipulation to these highs, tapping into the 50% before we gave this push. That's exactly what I was looking for, but we did not get that. Let's see, US 30. So equities open just happened. We're building a lot of liquidity underneath here. I'm really looking for an entry around the 50%, hoping we can get somewhere around there. If we don't, we did manipulate Asian lows today, and we see that we're having an accumulation. So hey, I might take an order off of this today. We'll see. I'll see how this candle closes and everything, but I might take something off of this today. But to be honest, I still really want to take the trade from down there. US 30 hasn't really convinced me just yet that it wants to take off, but so far from what we have seen today, we have Asian lows that's been rated. Asian lows being rated here. We have our accumulation. Looks pretty good. Asian lows rated, accumulation down here. Wow, it looks like we're not coming back on those other ones. We'll go take a look at those. NAS, I still see NAS coming back to the upside, back into here. So most likely looking at something like this. Boom, right? So potentially seeing that on NAS. All right, XPX, same thing. Looking for us to get back into these major supply zones that we left up here. So I would look for longs today on indices, honestly. Like I said, be careful with US 30. Need us to at least minimum at least show me a break of structure or something because right now what I see that we do have is we do have the Asian highs being rated. So at least maybe this, right? At least see us break this before I look for something to take this higher, because you guys know how US 30 has been these past couple days. And then, like I said, GU gonna be looking for us to come back, and I'll be taking an entry there. All right, that's looks like that's pretty much it. AU is taking off. Let me make sure I have these limit orders ready. AU is taking off. We do have news at like 10. Hopefully that takes us down. I'm hoping it does. Get us our mitigation. It's good to see us confirm these areas though. Okay. Aha, there goes that pullback. Like to see that we confirm the high though. That's a good thing that we maintain that high at the moment. So looking for longs here on GU, right? I have a limit order there. Close some of these things. So just a wellness check. You guys hearing me clearly? Do you guys have any questions, any pairs that you want me to cover? Anything specific? So let's go into like I'll put a limit order. I mean, I'll put a alert right here real quick. Put a good alert right here. Right there. So let me know when we activate that. So just overall looking right here, DXY has been melting. Okay, DXY has been melting for good reasons, of course. US 30, I got you. Okay, so yeah, DXY has been melting. We're going straight down. We already got to the 50%, but as you guys can see, look at these daily candles. Look at these impulses, right? So don't try to catch a falling knife. So we're gonna let this market just dump, guys. As it's dumping, of course, I'm gonna be looking to see where we're gonna react from. First area is gonna be this reaccumulation, but just by this pressure and this bearish pressure, I think we could honestly continue down a little bit more into like over here, right? And we have NFP, so keep that in mind. We do have NFP this weekend, so we could get a huge sell-off to here. This is the most probable area that I see this market turning around from, that'll potentially stop this bearish pressure. Other than that, I'm not really 100% in this area to stop the market unless we create like a bigger accumulation, right? Let's say we stop here and we just create like a huge ACU, something like that. Okay, but don't expect this area to just take us higher just like that. No, not not with this selling pressure right here. We would need a good change of hands before we see something like that. The only area that I would expect to do some type of move like that would be down here, right? This is the area that would honestly we could just bounce from and take us higher. Nowhere else. Okay. So let's go to US 30. Let's talk about US 30 real quick. US 30 is kind of playing around right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be the most optimal area to buy it. And let me go here. I'm gonna show you why. Let's go to the futures. Boom. You can see there's a slight delay between the price on the futures chart with the regular Forex pairs. Right here, we did not make a high, but the futures chart is the real chart. So we did make a new high. So from this low to this high is our swing leg. All right. So here is our origin, right? This is our last area of demand. So this is where the market honestly is the highest probability for us to see buyers. Okay. With that being said, since this is the highest area and this highest probability for us to see those buyers, we are going to need to see, we're going to see an accumulation here. We need to see an accumulation here. So on the future start, you can see we already mitigated the 50%. Now let's go back to like the Forex chart and stuff like that. You can see here, what are we creating? We're creating equal lows so far, liquidity. The market is looking like it wants to accumulate. My entry, honestly, I want my entry down here at the 50%. This is where I have this at. And I will be targeting this imbalance up here. Okay. So entry here, targeting imbalance. The way that I'll be doing this, I'm looking honestly for some type of an accumulation down here. So let's say market comes down, and the reason why we're going to wait, because we don't want this market to just fall through, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for this market to get down here. If we see a reaction or we see the market start building up, any type of reaction or impulse, something that shows us that we see buyers, let's say we see something like this, I'll take my order, right? I'll take my order off the 50% once I see buyers, once I see impulse, once I see a reaction. I don't want the market to just keep melting down, because we can, and I'll show you why, because stocks is not looking pretty good. But yeah, any reaction here at the 50%, I'll take my order. Stop loss is going down here. So this is going to be like a long-term trade. Well, not for indices. And indices is not really long-term. These markets move fast, but this is going to be like a bigger area, bigger stop loss. It's not going to be something small. All right. So once we get that reaction, I'll take my order. My stop loss is going down here, and I will hold until we get to that imbalance up there. All right. That's my take here on US 30. Now, as far as today, I see today so far, as you guys know, we don't always have to take liquidity. Low for the buy. Yeah, as you guys know, we don't always have to take the liquidity. So we technically don't have to go down here, right? We're already in the demand zone. This market could just go higher. So what I'm looking for is today. And what I like is that we formed a very clean accumulation. As you can see here, formed a very clean accumulation. We're seeing the market start moving higher. That's good. All right. Now, if we continue to see this impulse, what I would like to see next is a reaccumulation. So something like this is kind of doing it right here now, but it's not 100% clean yet. So probably something like this, get another manipulation. Let's say we get a mitigation here and we see the market continue going higher, breaking this high. Then I'll just buy the market from here. Stop loss underneath these lows now, and I'll target our imbalance. But this is very specific to if we see that, right? If we see the accumulation and the reaccumulation, because that's telling us that we have bullish market cycle. All right. I think, oh no, we need GU to come back. We have news today. Hold on, guys. We do have news. Yeah, the risk should be low on that scalp, honestly. I'm hoping this news gives us some manipulation lower, because we need GU to come back. Yeah, so I'm basically buying into a sell here on GU, guys. Zoom out for you. So originally this market faked me out. We had a change of character here. We had the distribution and we went lower, right? Sunday opened up. I got you, Nas. I got you. Sunday opened up. Boom, right? Exploded. DXY just fell to the floor. So got hit on stop loss on these sell orders right here. And since then, I've been trying to buy this market, but we have not been retracing into my areas. We left the first area here. This is still an active limit order. I will be holding this. Reason why is because this is the accumulation or the reaccumulation that invalidated this high. And the reason why this high is important is because this high is our last leg to the low, as you can see. So us invalidating the high was something major. So this area will still be remaining. This here is a low probability area. I do not have a limit order here, so just keep that in mind. This area is a high probability area so far today. I do have a limit order here. I need us to come down here and get us this entry. We have a manipulation. I was honestly hoping we came a little bit lower to this Asian lows, but we didn't make it. We ended up just taking out these lows instead. We have a clean accumulation. We have a type 2, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3. Here's the manipulation lower, and we invalidated the distribution at the top. So it's a clean setup. Looking for my entry there on that manipulation. Gonna be targeting up here, right? I'm always targeting a 1 to 3, so it really doesn't matter where it falls, but coincidentally it falls into my supply zone. And the reason why I'm taking this area is we have, again, a manipulation higher, taking out these highs. If you don't know, this was the reaction from, what do you call that? What happened that day? I forgot the name. Election, right? This is that election move that happened that day. And the main reason why I'm even looking in this area is not because of this, it's really because of this, right? We have this clean accumulation here, valid clean accumulation that this manipulation just invalidated. And then you can see we just melted since then, right? We melted since then and we never tapped in this area again. So this area is going to be somewhere valid for me to take. I'm taking a limit order off the 50%. Doesn't matter when it activates for me. So I do have a limit order here. Once we get up here, we're going to take that lower for a 1 to 3, which that should hit easily. So that's GU. Let's go to NAS. What looks like a redistro? You're talking about NAS? Oh, gold. You're talking about gold. Okay, I'll get you into gold in a second. I got you. But yeah. So NAS. I would honestly keep looking for sales on NAS. So I want you guys to pay attention to what's going on here on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not in the best area for me. As far as looking at this on like, you can see after we filled this imbalance right here, we've just been creating lows. This is an accumulation that I was looking to take us higher. Nah, that didn't happen, right? We took that out. Since we invalidated that, we could drop for a little bit more, at least until the 80%. And then zooming out on NAS, looking at it on a higher time frame, right? This is our latest leg from this low to this high. So this low is crucial. So this 80% area is very, very crucial. Very, 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 very crucial. All right. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. And also Apple as well. Apple is in a crucial area for me too. As you can see, we still have some room on Apple. I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of room because this low is what's really holding my bullish bias here on Apple. We are in a retracement, and this is just order flow, but order flow was bullish, so it was aligning to our structure. But we can see order flow now. We're at the 80% of our order flow, which means if we break this low, I'm gonna expect us to drop at least. Let me draw the fibs out real quick. At least down here, right? At least down here underneath this low. So that means if stocks are going to go down, that means we're probably going to see more drops on NAS, especially these being the tech companies, the major tech companies, Apple and Nvidia. Yeah. And I also see US 30 is coming back lower, just by the percentages. So we might have this. I do have an alert here, so we'll keep that in mind. Let me go to gold for you real quick. Let's go to gold. So yeah, NAS, man. Before we go to gold, NAS, we definitely have bearish structure. So I would continue selling this market on a daily time frame, on a higher time frame. Just following this, you can see this is our last huge area that we mitigated at the 50%, and since then we've gotten a huge push towards the upside. All right, now you can see we have this major distribution here that can honestly take us down. And let me remove these fibs here, and we'll go from here to up here to at least 50%, right? At least 50%, and we could accumulate right here to take us higher, right? That is all scenario based, but I think we dropped to at least 50% here on NAS. Doesn't mean we're gonna straight go down. So going on the time frame today and seeing what's going on today, not really much to take in today. We do have a manipulation of Asian highs, which is good. Manipulation of Asian highs, right? This is going to be your highest probability area. Before I even go down here to lower time frame, if you're looking to sell NAS and you want like a high probability area, this is going to be a high probability area. This is your last area on your order flow, and we do have an institutional price point here, which is a 21,000. And let me just show you why that's important. You can see this market has just been reacting off of this 21,000 here this whole time. So getting this market back up here, we could probably see another rejection before going lower. Okay, so that's NAS for a higher time frame trade. On the lower time frames, I would be careful. I think news just came out. Yeah, hold on, please. Lower, please. Please. We need these to come lower. All right, let's get back to NAS. Hopefully they do drop a little bit lower. I do see them dropping. Let's get back to NAS. So news just affected us, right? Okay, here's what I'll tell you to do. If we break this high right here, if we break this high, and you can see we're forming an accumulation. If we break this high here, either this area, look to buy from there today, not tomorrow, today, right? This has to happen today. So look for the pullback into this area, take it higher. If we don't pull back, we have to minimum break this area before you start looking for lower time frame buys to take us into the supply zone, right? Now, if we don't break this high and you see us do this, see how this news just gave us this impulse? If you see us just drop, we need an impulsive move and close beneath this low. Wait for the market to get back into this area. Wait to see an impulse. Wait to see some type of reaction. Continue selling this market, targeting this low, right? That's what I would do here on NAS. Like I said, this is low probability. If you want a high probability trade, this is going to be your area up here. Look for sales up there. All right, let's get into gold real quick. Bow, gold. So gold looks like a huge reaccumulation. Very huge reaccumulation. As you can see, this market is bullish. There's no doubting that. This market is bullish. So this change of character that I seen here, and I was like, maybe we could see, you know, gold drop down to like down here into this area and, you know, get some buying pressure. After seeing how we have been reacting, and it's just based off DXY as well, seeing how the dollar has been just falling, I believe that gold is just going to just continue going higher. So to be honest, this change of character, it's not really holding weight for me. The reason why is because we're not seeing redistributions. I'm not seeing distributions and redistributions lower. This is our last valid distribution here. So if the market does not give us like a major reaction here, and you can see what we're doing today, I'm going to zoom into that for you. If we don't give like a major reaction as we are coming up here, so let's say you see how we're getting bullish candles, and I'll just go to the daily time frame to show you what I mean. So look how, then the reason why I'm saying this is a reaccumulation, look at these candles, right? Look at these candles. So we have these bearish daily candles, right? Bearish daily candles. And then this candle right here, look how we closed in a wick. And now look how our daily candles are coming back higher, right? We have 1, 2 daily candles that almost covered this entire move to the downside, which means we're matching, right? We're matching that bearish pressure. So if we have a distribution here that gives us sales to the downside, we should not be matching that bearish pressure, especially since we're already in a bullish market. So what does that tell you? Buyers are still here. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with these sellers that just showed up, or buyers that's already been in the market? You're gonna go with buyers that's already been in the market. Okay, so now, and look how today's daily candle is looking like it wants to close, right? We're seeing wicks on the bottom of our daily candles as well. You're barely seeing wicks on the top. Here we got a wick, but we also got a wick on the bottom that matched that same wick. Now, going to the lower time frame, I was already looking at this earlier today. We have a manipulation of Asian lows. Honestly, wait for a break of this high. This is going to be your area to look for an entry. Just like that. That's what I would look for here on gold. I think GU, no. Need GU to continue going lower. Honestly, I might have to market execution this just off of this area. I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit more, but might have to just market execution this. That's nice. Or I'll just buy AU. I'm not gonna lie, but I hate when DXY falls so aggressively, because if you're not in a trade during this aggressive fall, then you have to wait for these mitigations. USJPY was the one for me today. Completely broke my heart. Completely. But DXY looks like we're if you guys have any questions or any other pairs you want me to cover, please let me know. I'm just gonna be scanning right now and just seeing what setups pop up, what I'm looking for, and potential opportunities. So we did get that mitigation here. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Accumulation. Here's a mitigation. Is that move? Asian lows. An accumulation here as well. We're seeing accumulations on the bottom of this market, which is good. And we're seeing buyers, right? We got accumulation yesterday, and we got another accumulation today, right here. US30 is so enticing. But no, we'll wait. I'll wait for the break of this high. Let's follow our rules. Accumulation here on XPX. Actually, we might have to just buy this. We might have to just buy this bullish pressure, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We might have to just buy it. Stop loss underneath the accumulation would not be a bad trade, especially with DXY looking like it wants to continue going lower. I was hoping we at least get a rejection. If we can at least get a rejection a little rejection, some type of strength. Come on, we're at the 50%. That'll help us a lot because that means GU will get activated. AU will most likely come back to where I can take an entry down here at least. UJ is still valid. We didn't make a new low, so this area is still valid. Let's see if we can make that back. I'd like for us to take out this high. If we can come back and we can get something like that, that would be amazing. I think AJ ended up taking out the area I was looking for. Yeah. And then I'll get back into CAJ in a second because I think CAJ is going back higher, which is going to be good for us. Give me 1 second. So I'll put this here, change a character, and we'll take that out for now. Just leave it alone for now. Let's get back into these. So CAJ is still something I was looking at. To be honest, this looks very good. The only thing I don't like, and the only thing I really don't like about this, is the fact that we have an accumulation at the bottom. I can't ignore it, right? We have the accumulation here. We swept these lows. We have another accumulation. And then the fact that we're just looking like we're manipulating lows and going higher, right? Even though we're coming into a supply zone up here. I might just, be a little cautious here and wait for a distro. And then once we see the distro, we'll take the sell, stop loss at the high. That'll be like a high probability trade, okay? Instead of just taking a blind limit order here. Yeah, because this is a valid accumulation. It's a valid accumulation here. This is going to be a valid reaccumulation. That just shows me bullish market cycle. But hopefully that turns into a distro. We'll see. But I would definitely like to see us go above these highs. I'm going to set an alert so I know. And I will watch this. Because if we see a distribution here, even on like the 1 minute time frame, that is still a valid trade. We just need to see some type of sellers. Bro, you tell me, bro. I have no idea. Bro, I don't know what's going on with USJPY today, man. No idea. I thought DXY dropping down. Well, I'm gonna be honest, the yen is strong. The yen is very, they're increasing rates, right? So with them increasing rates, it's gonna make the yen strong. So we do see, I understand why it's dropping, but man, I would have expected at least a retracement. At least a retracement earlier today, because DXY was just falling straight down. So I was expecting that at least this move right here was going to take us higher, and then we would follow that yen strength. Hell no. Hell no. It just left me. So I just honestly, I've been chilling on it. If I don't have any other entries that I would take on it, because we didn't really get any manipulation that I wanted. Like this manipulation right here is okay, but then I look at Asian highs and I'm like, is that really like a high probability trade? Do I really want to risk money on a setup like that? No, I don't. And I can just go to other markets and look for a better setup. I don't have to settle for that. So I'm just, that's what I've really been doing. I've been really nitpicky on my trades and just not settling for like mess like this. If I don't see it, it's like 100% clear and it's what I want, then most of the time I'm just gonna leave it alone and just go to another market that has better price action. US 30 is still playing around. Let me put an alert here so it doesn't run away. Let's check the daily candles. Okay, that's good. That is very good. Yesterday we have a wick. Today, hopefully this ends up in another wick. So we're seeing rejections off of our area, which is good. And we are seeing accumulations below here. Man. Yes, it is. Most definitely. That's usually what I look for the market to raid. Now, it doesn't mean Asian session will always be rated, right? Not always 100% of the time will be rated, but most of the time that is what I'm looking for those Asian session raids. It just gives me a clarity of where I want liquidity to be taken, because for most of my setups, I'll say all of my setups, for my A+ setups that I like to look for, I require a manipulation of some sort. So that's usually where I'll just like, okay, where's Asian lows, where's Asian highs at? So that's why I'm usually always looking for that. Because the market's not always going to give you like a major manipulation. Like, for example, this trade, I've seen trades like this where you see we have these lows down here and the market will completely leave these lows alone because they don't need it. And then Asian lows get rated, the market just flies and takes off. And then I'm still here waiting for these lows to get rated, right? So it's like seeing that over and over again. I'm like, okay, let me, my first focus is this liquidity first. What happens here? Because I don't want to miss the bigger move just because I'm waiting for the market to take out these lows here, which it can happen. And that's why we're waiting for this break, because we can still come down here. But if I see this break, that gives me just higher probability that most likely we're just going to continue higher. We do have an institutional price point right here, the 43,000. Let me zoom out. Let's see how important this area is. Okay, pretty important. We have rejection here. We have rejections here. We have rejection there. Let's see. We do have a rejection right here. So pretty important area. So for another trade idea that I'll give you guys. Let's say we don't get a buy opportunity here, right? Let's say market just stalls out and then we just go higher, right? Because I've seen this happen at like 3 p.m. New York Eastern. After New York session, you'll see US 30 or, just stocks in general just start going crazy, right? So let's say we stall out and then we just go higher. Tomorrow, if the market sits above this 43,000 and let's say we get a manipulation and we break, I will take a buy here based off of this area into this imbalance. All right. Because we still have targets. We still have that imbalance that the market wants to fill. So that is something that I would look for as well. I think GU is still playing around with me. What are we doing? Okay, we have a dish. I really don't care about this distribution. I just need us to come lower. Let's see, what is DXY doing? Can we get a pullback, please? Please. EU. Okay, so EU. Oof. I haven't even talked about this market, but this market I am leaving alone for now. Reason why is DXY. DXY is why I'm leaving this market alone. These supply zones that I'm looking for, even especially we see that we're in the supply zone right now. What do we see? We don't see a distribution just yet. So I do have this 1 hour candle that I was looking to sell from, but because how strong DXY has been to the downside, right? EU is automatically going to go higher. So because I do see room for us to continue going lower, I'm not being aggressive on EU. I'm going to wait until I see DXY slow down in this bearish pressure, because going a higher time frame, guys, we have a lot of ways that we could go. Okay, on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are in the bearish leg. All right, we are in a higher time frame point of interest. Even though the intraday is bullish, and we just have a lot of room. This is not the best demand zone here for this market to react from. Like I said, look at this weekly candle. This is a very, very, very bearish weekly candle. So if this market could very well just continue dropping, and with that being said, this area does not matter to EU if DXY continues dropping. So we're just going to see it just continue going higher. And if I zoom out on EU, you just see where we're at. We're at dumpster prices here, right? We're at dumpster prices. We could definitely have a major swing back towards the upside. This could become a huge reaccumulation. And another reason why I've been kind of just a little bit stagnant here on EU is I want to buy this market. I really don't want to sell this right now, just because of this huge accumulation. I don't think this area has enough selling pressure to stop this accumulation here. So I'm gonna be waiting to see if we see a confirmation entry in here, like a distribution. I need to see like a valid distribution inside of here in order for me to take this. And we haven't done that yet, so no entry. But I will buy it if we see a buying opportunity. But we have not been pulling back into anything. We've been leaving Asian lows, even here, I would have bought from here. Did not come back. I don't like this here. We don't have too much here. This is not enough for me to buy from here. Plus, we're already in the supply zone. This area here, even if we come down lower, I would honestly want to take a buy from like underneath Asian lows here, or even underneath these lows. So we get a manipulation and we get like some type of accumulation here, then maybe something like that, but not just from this area like that. We'll have to wait. But we've been leaving a lot of liquidity underneath these lows. And that's why I want DXY to kind of pull back for me some more. Because we have a lot to get to. Let me delete this here. This market is going to play around. I know it is. And also, I like GU better than EU, anyways. So I'd rather trade GU. The price action is usually a lot better on GU. At least GU is giving you like, valid areas. Even though we're just, going crazy to the upside, but at least we have areas. And this area I will be selling from here on GU, just because this is the area that created the new low, created this like break of this low right here. So I will be looking for a short sale here, just for a 1 to 3. I believe we can get a reaction out of the 50% of this area. And the reason why I like this area here on GU better than EU, you like the jazz music? Is the music too loud? Let me know, and I'll turn it down a little bit. Oh, okay, we're good. All right, so the reason why I like this area here, and you can see this area and this area is pretty much like the same price action. The reason why GU's price action is better is you can actually see the accumulation here. Let me show you. You can actually see this accumulation right here. Right? You can see a valid accumulation, and then we even have like a fractal accumulation in here. And then we have the manipulation, right? Market breaks the low. Very, very clean, very, very valid. So that's why I like this area here on GU versus on EU, that same exact area. It's not as clean. Even though we do have an accumulation, this accumulation, it's just not as clean. It's not as clean for me. It's just not as clean. And then look at this bearish move right here versus we go to GU. Let me find it real quick. Impulse, fills imbalance, we go lower. Back to EU. Imbalance. Right above. Boop. But doesn't mean we still can't look for sales here. But that's why I'm not taking a limit order here. That's why I'm not taking a limit order though. It's good to see. Let's keep coming. Let's keep coming lower. Okay. I'm just gonna keep scanning around until I see something. And I'm not being aggressive this week. Yeah, we can look at some cryptos. We'll look at some cryptos next. But I'm not being aggressive this week because it's NFP. So we're gonna be cautious and wait for our setups and wait for our areas. Okay, we don't want to be it's NFP week. We gotta be careful, guys. Gotta be careful. But yeah, let's go into crypto. So crypto is kind of going crazy right now. There's a lot of fear in the market. And respectfully, there should be a lot of fear in the market, because honestly, I want to see Bitcoin come down some more. If I'm being honest, I want to see Bitcoin drop a little bit more down here around the 70,000. I think this area is where we can see some buyers get into this market, around this area. So between the 70,000 to 60,000, somewhere here, that's where I'll be looking for Bitcoin. That's exactly where we'll be looking to buy Bitcoin. Now, ETH. ETH. Man. ETH did not do as well as we thought it would do this cycle. And to be honest, the reason why I personally don't like ETH and it's their fees, man. Their fees is insane. So the reason why I believe ETH is not doing as good in this cycle, or over time might not do as good, is if they don't fix these gas fees. If they don't fix these gas fees, what's gonna stop me from just buying Solana, right? Or AVAX or something else, right? Using AVAX or Solana to transfer money instead of using Ethereum, even Bitcoin, right? What makes me want to use ETH? What's special about Ethereum? So it's not really about when it comes to crypto, it's not really about the price action itself, because the price action is going to be based on who's using it, right? Who is using Ethereum? It's not a lot of people using Ethereum. Not a lot of people want to use Ethereum because of the fees. So, but based on the price action, even the price action doesn't look good. Honestly, on a daily time frame, what do? We have a break of this low here. So we're still in a bearish market. I have a break of this low. From this high to this low. We went higher. We at least broke this high, which is good. But you can see here, we didn't break the major high. We didn't make a new high. We do have liquidity up here. Barely any liquidity. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see no reason why ETH would go higher. I mean, except for the fact that, just overall market sentiment, just people investing into just cryptocurrency in general. Okay. But for ETH to really take off, they need to fix these fees. Once that happens, yeah, Ethereum will definitely take off. But until they deal with that, this is not going to be the best performing market. So to be honest, I'd rather you look at Solana, which Solana, honestly, I can see this dropping down to 100. Down here is where I would be looking to buy Solana. Anywhere beneath $100, you definitely want to be buying Solana. All right. AVAX as well. AVAX didn't do really great, but this accumulation zone right here is where you should be buying AVAX, right? Anywhere down here, boom, underneath these lows, it's a good investment for AVAX. And then, like I said, on Bitcoin, 70,000, right? Minimum 70,000. Don't buy right here. This is no man's land. We don't know what's gonna happen here, because very well the market could go higher, but what's the probability of that happening? I would definitely look for us to go lower and buy here, but do not put yourself in that 50-50 range, okay? Do not put yourself in that position. Let's see. Okay, hold on. That's 30. So you see why we were waiting for the break of these highs right here? We're building a good range too. This could be a larger accumulation. I hope it is. Honestly, I hope this is a larger accumulation. If this accumulation was happening down here, I would have already been in this market. Let's look at NAS. Okay, so for the person I was talking about NAS earlier, here's what we got. Here's what we got. Manipulation of these highs. We can see news took us higher. Like I said, wait until we break this low here. And then you look for yourselves. I see we got a distribution up here on the seconds time frame as well. Here's your distribution. Let's zoom into that. It's a type 2. It's a type 2 distro. We have our buying climax. Buying climax, automatic rally, secondary test, STMB. And then we broke out of the range here. As you can see where that mitigation happened. What we need to do, we need to go lower. Confirm the break. So we need to sit beneath here, right? We don't need a wick. We don't want to see that. We want to see the market go lower and stay lower. Then once we pull back, that'll be your area to sell. All right, that is a scalp sell. That is not something you're gonna look for tomorrow. This is like happening today. This has to happen today. But that's how I would look to sell NAS today. Of course, you're gonna be risking like maybe half of what you usually risk, since this is, you know, low probability. It's not a high probability setup. Yeah, G is playing with my feelings today. But either way, I'm going to hold this trade. I'm going to hold this trade since we do have a manipulation. So hopefully we can get here. But this needs to activate before we come up here, though. That's the only rule about this area. This needs to activate before we come up here. If we go up here first, I am not keeping this limit order. Come on, DXY. I know you can do it. Give me that pullback. I just needed to pull back here, and that'll give us a retracement. Hold on. AU's looking good. Is that the ticker for it? Is this natural gas? I'll go here on the look at it. 5. Make sure the time is correct. 8, 2. All right, yeah, time's good. Accumulation. Okay. Daily time frame. Do we make a new low? All right, we held the lows. Market structure. Let's see from this low. Okay, did we make it? We made it into 50%. So we have low to high, fills in balance, low to high. Okay. If I can find my dots. Low to high, low, fills in balance. There. Oh, we tapped into imbalance. We didn't fill it, but we tapped into imbalance. Let's go to the hour time frame. Made a new high, so let's draw our fibs. First buying area is going to be over here. This is going to be a low probability area. You're going to look for confirmation entries inside of here. And your high probability area is going to be down here. But this is going to be your first demand zone. All right. Let's go down here to the 5 minute. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. So this area first. All right. Look for the pullback into this area here. Look for lower time frame entries. Right. Just look for either a impulse. Right. Once you see that impulse, you can take the mitigations following it higher. Right. Aggressively. Or look for either a rate of liquidity. Let's say we just create some BS price action, rate of liquidity, market breaks the high, stop loss goes beneath the low, target the high. All right. If we just continue going higher, then look at this area here. That's what I'll be looking for. Yep. Man, I think next time I'm just gonna take the 130 pip stop loss. Honestly, I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do, especially with USJPY. I probably just won't question it next time. 1 to 3 is gonna take a little bit to hit, but said, is there any scalping? Yeah, most definitely. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. The reason why on AU that I've been kind of waiting is because we didn't get the same setup as we did on GU. So I'm gonna go GU first and I'll show you why. Can you re-explain that question, Adrian, while I cover this real quick? Like, can you go like into detail? What do you mean? So on GU, the reason why that I am looking here is because we have the distribution. Well, let me put this down a little bit lower. Distribution here, that got invalidated, and then we have the manipulation, right? So we have kind of two things here that is giving me confluence, two major things that's giving me confluence. And then if you look here to the right, I'm gonna go up so you can kind of see it. So if you look here, my setups right here, the A setup, which is the highest probability setup, manipulation / mitigation, clear impulsive move, imbalance, change of character / BOS BMS, right? And then you go into here, we have manipulation, we have impulsive move, we have imbalances here, we have imbalances right here, and we have a BOS, right? Break a market structure. Wrong one. Break a market structure. So it covers all the rules, right? For that, for the A setup. It also covers the rules for the B setup, because a confirmed reaccumulation is this right here. It's when we have a distribution that gets invalidated. That is a confirmed reaccumulation. So it covers both. That's the reason why. Now, when we go to AU, the reason why I was waiting on AU is we don't have both confluences, but we have one. We have this one right here. This area here is where you would look at if you're gonna look for buys, right? Wait for the market to get into this area here. Look for your buys taking it higher. We are on the daily time frame. We are in discounted pricing. All right. So seeing the market react from here, and we didn't really give anything major. Like, we still have liquidity at these lows, but on a daily time frame, there's no denying these candles. Okay. So seeing these candles right here, and seeing how we're getting wicks at the bottom with very, very impulsive closures. Wicks at the bottom with very, very impulsive closures, right? This is why I would look to buy it from there and try to take us higher to the new high. So yes, you can be aggressive on AU. Just got to be careful, all right? Because we still have these lows that, you know, the market's always going to be the market. Nothing is always 100%. So just got to be careful a little bit. Do you mean like how, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you mean like how long do I trade? How long am I trading? Every day? How long am I trading? Like, am I trading all day? No, I don't trade all day. If that's the question you're asking, no. So at 12, so for it depends on the setups as well. So this setup right here, like I said, it has a limit order, and I'm just gonna leave this limit order here. This limit order is not moving, as long as we don't come up here first, like I said. Now, for my B setups, after 12, I cannot take those entries anymore. For example, a B setup looks like this. Let's say we're in a bullish market, and the market is going higher, market is going higher. All right, let's zoom in to this price action, right? A B setup looks like this. It's when we see a distribution. So exactly what we've seen today on GU. It's when we see a distribution, only a distribution, and we break that distribution, right? Once that happens, first, in order to take this setup, structure, you have to be aligning on structure. Market cycle has to align, momentum has to align. So that first bias right here, they have to align. They have to align. Okay. So because the B setup is less probability than the A setup. Okay. It's like that because that's what I back tested. That's what I got, right? So on your B setup, you have to make sure you're aligning with structure and the market cycle. Okay. So once you have that, then you can take this. Now for this, after 12 p.m. Eastern, I am not going to take a limit order from here. So once this happens and I'll look to take this market, I'll take a limit order here. But after 12, if it does not activate before 12, not taking it, right? I would delete the limit order. And what I'll do is I'll wait till tomorrow. So instead of just having a limit order here, tomorrow, I'll just have this as my POI. That'll be my POI. And then tomorrow comes, I'll take an entry from it tomorrow, not the same day. All right. Let's see. You would think that it's not possible to make a living. No, it's definitely possible. It is definitely possible to make a living from trading. It's the way that you have to think about it. Trading is a long-term game. Okay, so trading. I've been trading for 5 years now, going into 5 years now, right? And I wasn't profitable for the first 3 years. Literally, wasn't profitable for the first 3 years. I've had months where I was profitable. So when I say profitable, I mean consistently profitable. Okay, consistently profitable. Because you're gonna have months where, okay, like you'll pass a challenge, you'll pass a challenge, you'll get to a funded, you'll make money on your funded, and then you'll blow the account, right? I've had months like that where, okay, you'll pass a challenge, make money on the funded, boom, you blow the funded, or you get a payout or two, you blow the funded. That's not consistently profitable. Okay, you're getting the market, you're getting money from the market, you're extracting money, but you want to do that month after month, year after year. Okay, so yes, it is definitely possible. Now, you have to think long term when you're trading. Okay, because these markets aren't going anywhere. People spend 4 years to go to a university, but they won't spend 4 years to learn how to trade. It blows my mind, okay? But you have to think long term, all right? You have to think long term. And to be honest, if you want to be profitable as quickly as possible, go to the higher time frame, all right? That is the cheat code. If you want to be profitable, get off the lower time frame. Get off the 1 minute, get off the 5 minute, get off the 15 minute, go to the 1 hour, go to the 4 hour, and look for these exact same setups. These exact same setups here that you see here. Take them on the 1 hour. So you see USD JPY today. You see it's a 1 hour setup, manipulation of the highs. It's just this trade here. You take a trade like this. This is a high probability trade. You'll most likely get a win from this trade. But you might have to wait 2 to 3 days for this trade to take profit. And then while you're in this trade, you'll probably go on Instagram and you'll see somebody make like $10,000 today. And you come here on your trade and you're looking like, man, my trade still haven't hit take profit. So that right there is what traps a lot of people. We get this shiny syndrome. We start looking at other people's strategies. We start looking, maybe if I would have took this on a lower time frame, I could have been hit TP and I would have been out of this trade. But the thing is, this is going to be more consistent over time than you going on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 10 minute and looking for those setups, right? This is going to hit consistently over time. You're just going to have to be patient. And you can pass challenges with this. The thing about challenges, when you're taking a challenge, right? Especially when you're trading these high probability setups, risk 2%. Don't risk 1% on a challenge. It's a waste of time, especially if you're going to be trading high probability setups on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Risk 2% on only A+ setups. So for me personally, I'm gonna go back to here and I'm gonna show you guys this. I do not take B setups on the challenge. I look for A setups. Even let's say if I only see a B setup, I might risk like 1% or 0.5%. On an A setup, on a challenge, risking 2%. Because if your target is 8% and you risk 2% on an A+ setup, let's say you only target a 1 to 3, which is what I target, right? I'm only targeting 1 to 3 per trade. That was very ugly 3. Oh, here we go. We're only targeting 1 to 3 per trade, right? 1 TP and you're already up 6%. So now you can risk 2% for 3 more trades. And let's say you lose 3 trades in a row. You're just back to break even. But what is the probability of you losing an A setup on a 1 hour time frame, on a 4 hour time frame, 3 times in a row? The probability is low. You're gonna win at least one of those trades, which is gonna pass you the account. Okay, you see how in 2 trades you could pass the account on high probability A setups. That might take you 2 to 3 weeks to pass a phase, but most people are not patient when it comes to trading. So you're trying to pass your phase in like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. When if I told you that, hey, if you wait 3 weeks, it's guaranteed you're gonna pass your phase 1. Are you going to actually wait those 3 weeks? So that's the thing. When people say trading is all psychology, it is true. It is all psychology. So yes, you can definitely be profitable with trading. Just take your time. You have to take your time. Take your time. All right. Wait for the setups. Personally, I haven't taken a trade all week. After those losses that I took on GU, I've been chilling. I haven't taken a trade all week. This might be my first trade. UJ was supposed to be my first trade. That didn't end up happening. So this might be my first trade all week. I don't care. I'm risking 2% on this setup. I'll make 6% in this whole week. I can take one trade this whole week and I'll make 6% on my account. I don't think you guys understand. If you have a 100K account and you make 6%, that is $6,000. I can stop trading for the rest of the month, and I made $6,000 this month with only one trade, with one A setup, just waiting and being patient, looking on the higher time frame, versus going to maybe the 1 minute, looking for lower time frame setups and trying to catch all of this, and it's saving me time, it's saving me mental. It's saving my mental. It's saving a lot because I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting for the setup because I've already back tested it. I know it works and I know the probability it works, right? So this is why I have this here, this right here. And this is a true statement. Every loss gets you closer to the win. The reason why I have this here is to remind myself when I was back testing and I was back testing months and months and ends. Let's say my first couple trades, I'll probably take a loss. I was risking 1% per trade. I'd lose 2 trades in a row. And the next trade I took always was a win, right? I'll lose like 2 trades. The third trade, winner. I'll be back to 1% profit. So every time you lose, your probability is getting closer and closer to winning. Why? It's like a coin flip. That's the reason why they say trading is probabilities. Exactly. Let the probabilities do the work for you. If you know that on your A setups, on this A setup right here, my win rate is 50 to 60%. So if I know it does not matter, as long as it's the A setup, I have a 50 to 60% chance of winning. It's like a coin flip, right? As long as I just keep taking my A setups, one of those setups are going to win. And I'm risking 1% to make 3%. So that means I need to lose 3 trades in a row to lose my profit, which on average, that is not high probability. I might lose 2 trades in a row, but the third trade is going to be a win. That's why I say every loss is getting closer to a win, because as you're taking your losses, your probability is going up. Because like I said, if you keep flipping a coin, at some point you're going to get the answer you're looking for, right? As long as you keep flipping the coin. But the thing is, when people start taking their trades, and let's say you take a loss, you take another loss, let's say you take 3 losses. Some people are like, okay, the next A setup, I don't know, I just took 3 losses. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should just wait. And you have to keep executing. When you see your setup, execute. Don't think about it. Execute. If you back tested it, you know it works, execute it. Okay? So yes, if you want to be profitable as quickly as possible, let's say if you're okay with waiting 6 months to a year to be profitable, which you should be, trade the higher time frame. Okay, if you just want to be profitable, you're like, okay, I just want the easiest way to become profitable, trade the higher time frame, at least the 1 hour. Okay, that's my favorite time frame right now, is the 1 hour. That's the time frame that I'll usually go on, and I'll do like most of my analysis, my swing analysis, like my areas. You can see I have this 1 hour BOS right here. That's usually where I'll look, and then inside of that, sometimes I'll trade the order flow depending on how it looks, right? But usually I'll just stay on the 1 hour, and I'll look for 1 hour demand zones, 1 hour supply zones, and that'll be my trades. Like a trade like this, right? And like I said, I haven't taken nothing on GU. none of this. I haven't taken none of this. Granted, I wasn't trading that much during this time, so that's kind of why. But I haven't taken none of this. And then this one setup right here is all I'm looking for a sell. And then I'm looking for a buy here. And then you see I'm looking for a buy here. That's it. I wasn't trying to be aggressive, and because that doesn't follow my rules. So the thing is, if I take a loss here because I did not follow my rules, now that's messing up my probabilities because this trade did not align with my rules. So the next trade could be a loss, and the next trade could be a loss, and the next trade could be a loss. Because of that first trade, it messed up my sequence of probabilities because I did not follow my rules in the first trade. So that's the consequence for not following your rules. One second. Yeah, US 30 is just, looks like we might range out. NAS did not break the low. We might range out on US 30. Be careful. If we do not make this low here on, I'm going to just take this out because I'm going to still leave this here. If we do not make this low here, I will still take a sell. Just letting you guys know. So by the end of today, if I see, and I'm targeting 1 to 3, right? Every trade that you see me take is targeting 1 to 3, guys. Yeah, if we don't make this low, this sell is still valid. Let's do it on AU real quick. Let's see what it's doing. Look how we're accumulating here. That's not what I want to see. This is what I want to see. This is exactly what I want to see. Let's take DXY a little bit higher. I like this accumulation. So if you're scalping, this has to happen today before 12. So if you're scalping, say we break this high, market comes back, you could look for something here and take this higher. And scalping works for some people, right? Scalping works. If it works for you, I have traders inside of the Discord that scalps, and it works for them. Okay. They have specific times, specific areas. Like one of my U5, right? He trades during London session. He trades the London session manipulation, so Frankfurt, and he'll look for a distribution accumulation underneath the lows, underneath the highs, but it's very specific, right? When you're scalping, you need to have specifics, and why you're taking the trades that you're taking, okay? But if you want an easy trade, go to the higher time frame, all right? If you want to trade easily, go to the higher time frame. That's what I'm gonna say. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, like I said, I'm just chilling right now. Like I said, for anybody here that's late, GU is going to be the order I'm looking for. That's going to be a limit order. AU, seeing if we can come down here, we'll take something from here. If it happens today, if it doesn't happen today, tomorrow, if this area is still valid, I'll look for something. Let's see. Let me look at UCAT and UCHEF real quick. I don't think these really did anything. And I'm really salty about UCHEF because I missed this trade right here. I missed this trade on UCHEF. And this is same thing, 1 hour time frame, distribution, creates a new low, and hold on, I got you guys. Let me show you guys a setup. Let's copy this real quick, and I'll just throw this here on UCHEF for you. All right. So manipulation / mitigation. Let's zoom into that. I'll just explain you guys this A setup here. Boom. Manipulation / mitigation. Do we have a manipulation? Yep, right here. Manipulation. Boom. You can see that impulsive move that took out these highs. And we have a distribution. Okay? That right there is a plus. So first, check. Impulsive move. Do we have an impulsive move? There's that impulsive move. All right. Second one checked. Imbalance. Do we have imbalance? Let's go back to the 1 hour. Imbalance right there. And basically the reason why I want to see the imbalance is because we want to see a reason why the market should come back up here. So there's an imbalance right here. So that should draw the market back up here, right? You can see that gap imbalance on the 1 hour. Change of character / BOS / BMS. They're all the same thing. So we originally got the change of character here. So because this high made this low, which made this high, and then we broke that. That is a change of character. The change of character is basically the first break of structure. And basically all it's saying is, hey, this market was bullish, but now we have invalidated the last low, which means we have a change of character. So that is potentially saying that the market is now shifting. Okay. Once you see the change of character, the next BOS is just going to be a regular break of structure. You can say BOS, BMS, it doesn't matter. Break of market structure, break of structure, it doesn't matter. So break of structure to the bottom, because this high creates this low, and then this high here creates this low. So question, did this area create a BMS? Yes, it did. We broke the low right here. So boom, all of these are checked off. Next, what do we do next? Nothing. Set your limit order, stop loss at the high, target of 1 to 3. That's it. So that was the breakdown of that trade. I'm kind of salty I missed that. I wasn't looking at UChef. I just recently like added all these pairs because I was only trading GU and US 30 last month. That was the only two pairs. I mean, the only two things that I was trading. So this month I decided to add more pairs and go more on the higher time frame and be more of a setup specialist more than a market specialist. If you guys know the difference, a market specialist is, if you want to be a market specialist, basically means you're trading like a few pairs, usually only 1 or 2 pairs, and you're only trading those pairs, and you're taking like you're analyzing those pairs like deeply on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour, 4 hour. You're basically just, you know, mastering those pairs. A setup specialist is exactly what this is you're looking for a specific setups on any pair. Okay, so this setup I can look for on any pair. So that's why I decided, okay, let me just do a setup. Let me just try being a setup specialist, because this setup works on mostly every pair. So yeah, kind of salty I missed that, but there'll be more opportunities. Looking to see if we can get something here on this reaccumulation, but we will see. We will see. We will see. I'll wait until it comes down there. UCAD, I haven't been really. I'm not really a fan of UCAD in general, to be honest. This market has never really been for me. I still trade Wyckoff. I still trade Wyckoff. Let's see. So the reason why I say that is I want you to see this. This one right here, you guys can see. You see how it says 1 hour time frame, market cycle. Market cycle. What does that mean? Market cycle is based on Wyckoff. This is market cycle. Let me show you. So accumulation, boom, 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 accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution. This is known as a bullish market cycle. Boom. So when I was talking about US 30 earlier, that's why I said I wanted to see that, because we got the accumulation today, but we need the reaccumulation, right? We need the reaccumulation, and then we need to break this high. Once we do that, I will take an entry here. So yes, I still trade Wyckoff. I still trade Wyckoff. The only thing that I do different with Wyckoff is I'm not looking for 1 minute entries anymore. That's it. So instead of looking for a 1 minute entry, I'd rather take the whole area. Like for this is an accumulation. This is Wyckoff. So instead of looking in here for a 1 minute entry and getting stopped out 5 times before the market moves, I'm just going to take an entry from this whole schematic. It's less stressful. It's easier. Wyckoff is a major part of my analysis. So when I'm marking up these charts, I'm looking to see what the market cycle is. I'm looking to see who's in control of this market. As you can see, it's easier if I look at this distribution here. I always target 3. Yeah, always a 1 to 3. Because it becomes subjective. You want your trading plan to be as less subjective as possible. If you say, okay, you say, why not order flow, right? So for the next trade, that might be a different RR. This order flow might be a 1 to 4. The next one might be a 1 to 6. I can't build a consistent stat on that because my target is always changing. You understand what I'm saying? I can't build a consistent data if my target is always changing. So you want a consistent target. That's the easiest way. You want a consistent target. It don't have to be a 1 to 3. It doesn't have to be. You can say, okay, I'm only going to target a 1 to 5. That's fine as well. But it has to be a consistent target. Or you could say, I'm only going to target the next high. That's nice, right? The next high, always the next high. You just want it to be a consistent target. So your data will come out good. Because if you're changing your data, if you're changing your trades, you want something that you can replicate over and over and over again. So once you get your results and you're like, okay, I have a 50% win rate, you know you have a 50% win rate. It won't be based off, okay, I have a 50% win rate when I get a 1 to 3 or when I get a 1 to 4, because you're always changing. You don't want to always change it. You want to just, hey, okay, I'm only going to target this. Make your trading simple. And a lot of the concepts that I use, the reason why you guys don't see it on my analysis is because I'm looking at it like I've been trading for so long now, guys. Most of the stuff that I'm teaching, I automatically see it. Like I don't need to mark out this distribution right here with this redistribution. I see it. That's why this is a supply zone. And that's what makes this supply zone more valid, is because the distribution is here. So when you're looking at Wyckoff, this is the easiest way. And because most people were, when I was teaching Wyckoff, a lot of people got confused, especially on a lower time frame. So I said, you know what? Forget the lower time frame. If you want to master Wyckoff and you want Wyckoff to be easy, go to the higher time frame. Look at the higher time frame schematics, right? When you have the higher time frame schematics, look at the areas inside of the higher time frame schematics, because a redistribution means that potentially we have sellers around this area. So if I have a redistribution and I have a supply zone, that gives my area higher probability, which means if I was to take a sell from here, that would be a high probability sell. Okay. But yes, I stopped teaching Wyckoff for the lower time frame because I noticed that my students were having trouble with the lower time frame when it came to Wyckoff, right? So I said, forget the lower time frame. We're gonna trade Wyckoff in the higher time frame. Let's make it easier. What happened to CAD JPY? CAD JPY robbed me today too. JPY pairs. JPY pairs, man. This is also an A setup, right? You guys can see this was old. Let me delete these because this is old. But this is also a setup. We have manipulation of the highs, impulsive move lower, breaker market structure, imbalance. You guys can see that it's literally the exact same setup every single time. That's what you want. You want a setup that you can replicate every single time. I don't have to question this. I see it every single time, right? We see it every single time. So USJPY, same thing. Manipulation of the highs. Here's our manipulation, impulsive move, imbalance, breaker market structure. Same thing over and over and over and over again. This is not going to work every single time, but it works more than it doesn't work. High probability is a lot more. Okay, so on average, I'm winning a lot more than I lose. And if I win more than I lose, that's all that you need to be profitable. If I'm making 3% every time I win and I'm losing 1% every time I lose, it's basic math. You're going to be profitable no matter what. But you just have to follow the setup, because the reason is you don't know which one is going to win, which one is going to lose. That's the problem. You don't know which setup is going to win, which setup is going to lose. So you have to take every single one that you see without being scared, and you have to execute every single time. Euro JPY. You know, I haven't looked at this in a while. I have not looked at this in a while. Wow. Let me delete this real quick. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Daily time frame. Okay, so we're in a I'll leave those down there. We are in a huge leg, bro. Huge leg. From this low to this high. Daily time frame. Now we're kind of in a mess. We're in a big range. So here's what I'll do. Let's see. Did we take this low? No. Here's what I'll do. Wait for this high to get broken. I'll be a change of character. Wait for this high. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's see. All right, so we already have a setup right here. We have a manipulation of lows. There's liquidity. We have clear imbalance right here. Market could come fill. Boom. All we need, and this is an accumulation as well, which is also good. All we need here is this high broken. Boom. All right. So we need this high broken. So here's what you can do. Since we have an accumulation here, this is going to be a valid trade. Let me go find the order block for you, the candle that you want to take. Let's see. That's the manipulation candle right here. So keep it simple. Boom. That's going to be your limit order. Okay. That's going to be your limit order. So yes, you're going to have to be patient and wait for the market to get down here. But you can also do this. Since we have the accumulation, right? And this is where Wyckoff comes in. After an accumulation, what are we looking for? A reaccumulation. So now, let's go down here. Let's go to the 15 minute. What do we need? What I would like to see, we need to see a distribution first, which we're seeing it right here. If you're going to trade this, so after you see like a huge accumulation like this, you can follow this towards the upside because, you know, buyers just got into the market, but you still need to see the same thing on the lower time frame. I need to see a manipulation of something, right? Equal lows down here. We got lows down here. So we're not going to buy from here because there's liquidity. What would I at least need to see? Let's at least take these lows. Let's say we take these lows, market just spikes to the upside. We break the high. That's going to be your area. That's going to be your next area to buy from the market, right? Either that or come lower underneath these lows here, and then we go higher. One of that is what I would look for. Yes, you can still take a buy from here, even though we didn't create the BMS. Why? Because we have an accumulation. And look where we're at, right? We're in discounted pricing of this huge leg. So the best and highest probability to buy this market is going to be down here. And also you can see how much the market has been respecting. That was ugly. Respecting down here. Okay. So this will be a high probability buy. You can look for reaccumulations as the market is going higher. If you want more confluence and you want to be, you want to be like the highest probable, just wait for the high to be broken, right? But like I said, you can start looking for stuff here now. We don't have anything yet, but wait for that manipulation. All right, let's keep scanning. Let's see. No, GU, don't do it. Don't do it. What is going on? Let's reset that back. Now I'm just praying now that we come down here. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be in a trade, but I would love to get a buy into a sell. That would be so amazing. Because then we'll win our trade either way. So I would love to get a buy here. That would be amazing. This buy would cover this sell, and then that sell would cover this buy. I would win both ways. So that's why I really want this market to get this buy, because I'm taking this sell either way, but man, it would be amazing if we got that. That's basically a free trade. Yeah, it doesn't look like USJPY is going to give us anything. And no, I'm not looking to sell from here. Even if the market creates a low, let's go back to the rules and copy this real quick. One, we don't have a manipulation. We don't have a manipulation up here. So that automatically invalidates our A setup, which means, I don't even have to look for the other ones. Since we don't have the first one, there's no reason to look at the other ones. Because that first, the manipulation / mitigation is very important. That has to be there for an A setup. It has to. That's a non-negotiable. That, the clear impulsive move, and the change of character. Imbalance, because imbalance can be subjective. Sometimes you'll see an imbalance on the 1 hour. Sometimes you won't see it on the 15-minute, but it'll be on the 1 hour. Like, imbalance can sometimes be a little subjective. So if the imbalance is not there, but everything else is there, I'll still take the trade. But those other ones need to be there. Like the manipulation, the clear impulsive move, the change of character, break of structure, those need to be there. Let's see. Yeah. CAD is gone. I would have traded CAD today too.